Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good or dead or night, as it may be for some of you. This is Grash here on the Racing Channel, and I am coming to you live in Texas. Now, granted, I am in north of Dallas. Austin's up several hours south of me, but we are in Austin this weekend. I'm in the same time zone as the track. It's odd. It's 12:25 p.m. and I just had a meeting at 9 a.m. Yeah. What this F1 in the afternoon? What gives? Welcome everyone to the Races Channel. This is Grash with you right now, and we are again starting up with our coverage for first practice one. This is going to be our only practice because afterwards we are going to have sprint quali. Because this is a sprint weekend, so we'll have only one practice. We'll have sprint quali today. Tomorrow we will then have the sprint race. And then we'll have quali tomorrow, and then the Grand Prix on Sunday. So weather is a consideration here. It is already 86 degrees Fahrenheit. That's 30 degrees Celsius already. We're expected to jump up to like 94 degrees Fahrenheit. That's about 33, 34 Celsius. And that's a lot for some of you who are aware, but I'll be honest with you, 3 months ago, like May, July, June, we were at over 100 degrees. That's easily 38, 39, and higher. So we were easily above 40 degrees Celsius over here in Texas. So there we go. Energetic as always. Well, I'm more energetic because I'm fully awake. Like, guys, like, I gotta remind you, like, I wake up at like 3 a.m., 4 a.m. for some of you these overseas, like particularly for like Monza and Azerbaijan. I was up at 3 and 4 in the morning for FP1 or FP3. So my day with F1 was done before by 8 9 in the morning. So. Yeah, so it is 12:28. That is track time. We're about a minute and a half away from where we are from start FP1 to a green light. So it looks like about a minute behind. Am I? Let me just check. So it's 12:27 right now on the timing board at Coda. So you guys want a barbecue and a pool party at my place. Granted, I only live in an apartment, guys, because I'm not from Texas is basically the best way to describe this. I'm from other places, so. I'm going to say everyone who's here right now, like TKO, Leviathan, Paula, Sly. I know Shay was here. Mikey's here. There's Shay. But more. If I didn't call you now, these are the people in green. They're the like me, have been supporting the channel month after month, or donated a subscription to someone for a month. They help keep the lights on. Again, I refer to them as the family, like in Fast and Furious family. But yeah, one of the benefits they have is they have the ability to use some special emotes to this channel. And you've seen a couple of them already, actually. Their cars. I get them all the time. There we go. And I'll just drop them up in chat. Andrew, another one of our green chatters. So any moment now, we're about to start FP1. So. Like the big story is that McLaren did win the Constructors' Championship in Singapore. And so now it's like, I think that's Max. Max is on. So Max is gonna go out first when the green light starts. He's at the front of the line. And green light has just turned on. We are on our way in Austin. A lot of teams, 6 teams are bringing liveries, and I'll be honest with you, I'm usually someone who's like, "Oh, cool, new livery, cool, that's fun," and I hate all of them this time around. Literally, I just don't know what to tell you guys. Um, yeah, ultimately, I mean, it is. I think the worst is probably the Racing Bulls with the leopard print. Oh, that I hate leopard print in general, and that's just like, oh, it just looks ugly. Haas wants to be Cowboys. It's just, just, just irking with me right now. I don't know. It's and again, I'm normally not someone who's like, all like I'm usually okay with deliveries, and I'm not this time, and I don't know why. I hate most of the liveries except for Williams and Red Bull. I mean, Red Bull didn't change the livery. Williams has a. It just except it's like same with McLaren and with Alpine. I- They're okay. They're just not. I don't see anything special about the new livery. So those are their like meh. What? Yeah, I was like whatever with them. But what's wrong with sound? Why slow mo? Try refreshing your screen, my friend. Again, we've got Max right now out on. He's again. Wow, everyone's coming out. Yeah, so right now, the only two who are not on track is Isaac and Norris. And as I say that, Isaac is now coming out, so it's be probably any moment for Isaac. Again, this is the only session they have for practice, so they gotta dial in and get those setups right now. Right now, at the moment. Ayla over in Twitch chat says, driver definitely Sainz, but Ferrari is your favorite team. Ooh, Tovosi. My apologies to you. I think Max is the first one to go around. Norris has to pass Norris again on track. We'll see. So, one of the interesting things is that right now, of all the teams right now, everyone's on hard tires except for Alonso and Stroll, who are on mediums, but they are on their first lap, and they could potentially. So here they come around. They could be coming into the pits and to scrub those tires. We'll see in a moment. Here, Alonso will be the first one to do that. Yeah, Alonso's going to pit. So basically, as expected, Aston Martin is scrubbing sets of mediums tires at the moment. And we're about 4 minutes into the session right now. We've got Lawson doing 138.7, Verstappen doing 138.7.9. So Lawson right now, top of the board, 67,000 faster than Max. Sonoda third on the board. He is almost 6 tenths back. Gasly fourth right now, 7.48. Ocon is fifth and sixth. So we're starting to get times on the board. Lawson has the fastest first sector. Max is the fastest second. And Sainz right now has the fastest second sector. Sainz going to go to the top of the board. He's got fastest second and third sector. That's the boss. Get that fixed. Looking at right now, Ask is saying that Hope Ferrari has put on some good brakes for both drivers. Again, what Ask is talking about is that Hamilton's brakes essentially broke at the end of the race 2 weeks ago. Sainz to the top of the board, 137.486, and then Russell by Albon. Barlow comes in 7th, Hulkenberg is 8th. Lawson to back to the top of the board, 137.462. He's only 24 thousandths faster than Sainz. Then it's a big jump to Russell, 6.3. Norris to 3rd. He's 84 thousandths behind Lawson. What happened to Russell? Nothing's happened to Russell. I mean, he actually has just signed a new contract with Mercedes. So has Kimi Antonelli. So they are confirmed for next year now. Sure, what I was showing at the pits. Not sure either. Hamilton's at the top of the board, 136.666. He's jumped. Big jump for him. He's the first in the 136. It's 7, almost 8 tenths faster than Lawson. So times are tumbling pretty quickly. What you guys are saying at the moment. Wasn't Crawford supposed to be in FP1 today? I thought that was they typically no, he wouldn't be in F1 today because it's a sprint weekend. I think he is in for I think you're thinking next week, Sam, in Mexico City. Yeah, they give this being a sprint weekend, they're definitely not going to run a rookie in FP1 since it's the only practice time. Isaac jumping to 5th, 137.573. Alonso 7th of the board, 137.653, and then Stroll is 9th, 138.416. Verstappen to the top of the board, 136.192. He's P1. Bierman to P9. Max did almost a 4.74, almost a half a second jump on Hamilton. Ocon comes in P3. Now, P3 right now is 1.127 behind Verstappen. So, huge jumps in times at the moment. Tsunoda coming in P2. He's only 3.22 behind his teammate on a hard tire. Sainz to the top of the board. He's 62 thousandths faster than Max. Fastest third sector. Max had the fastest second. Again, Albon still has that fastest first sector. He's actually on a flying lap with that first sector. He is going to go P3. It's only 2.47 behind Max and Sainz. So the Williams are looking strong. Red Bull's looking strong already. Hamilton's looking strong. Leclerc right now, it looks like he's not actually set a lap. I think he's come in a couple times. Leclerc right now passing 18 to 19. Now 19 to 20 to the finish line. Clerk comes in P7, setting his first representative lap. So 136.966. Lawson moving up to 5th right now, only 4.94 behind Sainz this time. Norris to the top of the board, 136.126. He's 4,000 faster than Sainz. Fastest third sector for him. Hamilton right now on a flying lap. He is and did 25.911 in sector 1. So he's already about 3/10 faster than Norris. Though he doesn't improve, but it's a competitive time. He's still leading after 2 sectors at the moment. And did he abandon it? Did he have something go wrong in that lap? See how Hamilton right now coming to turn 20. Hamilton comes up to 4th. He's so not a improvement in sector 3, but not. Let's see, it'd be 4/10 off in sector 3 and another 2/10. So that's where that ends up being. So Hamilton looking good already. Norris looking good. Sainz, Verstappen, Albon, Tsunoda looking good. They're all under 4/10. Lawson is about just under a half a second. Russell is 5.87. And that's this is we've got tight field already. Leclerc is 9th, 0.84, and Stroll is 10th right now, 0.920 behind Norris. So that's where we stand with 11 minutes into the session already. We've got an active board already. Alonso jumping up to 6. He's 0.379 behind Norris, fastest second sector on that lap. Though that right now Max is the fastest first and second sector. He's right now on track to be a full purple lap. We'll see if that holds. Might not. Max at the end of that second sector hit curbs and hit dust. Track looks dirty. Track looks dusty. That would to be expected is green. Max did not get the sector 3, but he did go to the top of the board, 135.426. He's 7/10 faster than Norris. Man, I mean we're just times are tumbling pretty quickly and so I suspect we'll see some more track evolution through today, through this session, and even through qualification. To be quite honest. Yeah, track has the same feel as Azerbaijan, as Baku. Just the track was just dirty, and there's just that's the same feel here. As the track just looks and feel dirty. I see like wisps of what would be dust, and that is to be expected. Austin is in the middle, pretty much of Texas, which is that area is pretty much mostly desert. It's not the hardest of the area, but it's a lot of desert is around the Austin area. So dust storms are common. Chico saying if Max wins the Texas, Wreck and Papaya are going to be in panic mode now. They already are in panic mode. Quite honest. Imagine two McLarens fight each other in the first corner in both DNF. Game on. Elbows out. I'm coming through. Yeah. So if let's say Papaya has a horrible weekend and they ultimately don't, if they score no points, that is a disaster for the Papaya team. It would, and then Max wins. That would be a 25-point swing. And that would be double. To keep Max, and that would put Max in a scenario where he would only have to earn, right now he's got to earn about 10.3. Like 10 to 13 points each weekend to make this work. And ultimately, if that much of a swing would make it even more possible to be in contention, um, to overtake the Papayas. So 33 if you include the sprint. Yeah, that's but we gotta mitigate that because they could score points in the sprint. So that's if the McLarens don't earn any points at all this weekend, that means the sprint and the race itself, it would be 33. And that would be massive. Russell to P2 on the board. It's a 133, 135.58. Sonoda's P3. He's 329 behind Max. Norris is 360 behind Max. So Russell just did a sector two, fastest sector two lap. Lawson is the fastest first sector. See how he comes out of sector two. It might have abandoned the lap. Had a fastest sector, and then yeah, he's abandoned the lap. So it looks like something has happened to Lawson while on that lap. Russell on a Red Bull sandwich. That is true. Why is Russell showing stuck? I don't know. He is fine. I mean, we're getting data otherwise. It's just his icon is just not moving on track at the moment. Uh, Map issue. Just give it a moment. It will probably reset on itself at some point. And it just did. We've got 33 minutes left to go in this session right now. Again, you're listening to Race Statistics Channel. This is Crash with you. Live coverage of Free Practice 1, our only practice this weekend because it is a sprint weekend. And so after this session, later we will have our sprint quali. So in sprint quali, times are a much faster version of quali. I actually like it better. Sprint, like quali gets done in like 45 minutes, like less than 45 minutes. 12 minutes on the clock for Q1, 10 minutes on the clock for Q2, and 8 minutes on the clock for Q3. Should say it's SQ1, SQ2, SQ3, I should say, but you understand what I mean. Tires are mandatory usage, so I believe would be medium, medium, soft in that order for tires as well. Tires are also another weird thing this weekend. Again, we're seeing everyone in hards. Those are the C1 compounds, everyone. The medium and the softs are C3 and C4s. So we're like they're trying to like I'm trying to figure out I mean they might do a medium hard strategy. They are Pirelli's trying to push them into the medium to a two-stop strategy with that jump in the compounds. So right now everyone's using those hard compounds which they don't think will be useful during the race. So that's what's been being described so far. Gengoko, first time chatter in Twitch. Welcome, my friend. Looking over on YouTube, seeing who else is here. Like did I call you out, TKO? You're one of the green chatters. Again, one of the family as I refer to you guys as. Again, those of you who subscribe, the Racing Army, and then everyone else, racing fans. Hi, can you show the top three in the fastest sector section? Yeah, that would actually be really helpful, boss. I'm not sure why we've dropped. We were showing at least 2 or 3 previously, and that's actually very helpful. But do you think Red Bull will sacrifice you to take out both McLaren? No, they wouldn't do that. And that would be ultimately you're talking about cheating. Basically, what you're asking. They wouldn't do that. No, Lewis is on New Hearts. No, I mean, I don't know how long he's been out on track, but when he left the pits, those were new Hearts. So Hamilton right now, top of the board, 135.857. He is 569 faster than Verstappen, who's P2. So again, huge jumps at the top of the board. So that means we've got a new line in the sand. Red flag, what happened? Oh, what's going on? So my understanding is some debris on track. It's in the racing line. Needs to be picked up. Yeah, so we've gone red flag. Hello everyone. Welcome to your red flag session with Crash. There's some debris on track, and they need to send the marshals out to retrieve it. And it's in a place where it's on the debris on curb 19 curb, and that's on the racing line. That's why they threw out the red flag. This would have probably, during the race, this would have been a yellow flag ultimately. Why is Swank's going slow in sector 2? Because he is under a red flag right now. Kind of, nah, it's one of those. It is debris. It's on the racing line. So this is the thing: is that under practice, anything that would be yellow in most other cases would be most yellows would become a red flag in practice, and that is the situation we're dealing with. Track is not green just yet; still under red flag. Again, they've got to clean that section off. Okay, now track is green now. Crash, how's it feel to be commentating at a normal time for once? Pretty nice. I mean, I'm awake. I had lunch, so yeah, it's pretty cool. So they have. Ooh, oh, this came off one of the Aston Martins. Lance Stroll. It looks like no one crashed. There was a debris that came off one of the Aston Martins. It looks like it's from Stroll. Go figure. Lose a piece, go faster. I guess. I don't know. Yeah, Stroll went over the curbs and looks like something from the back of the car came off. Aston Martin has a session will resume at 12:55. No, 12:50. Yeah, 12:55. So it's about a minute from now. Within the next minute or so. They've gone and they've pulled that off the track already. So it's a matter of getting going again. Again, this has been a red. So about 30 seconds from now. So this has been your red flags session with Grash. Your harbinger of red flags. This was a minor little red flag. We've seen worse. There's been worse. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't expect that a red flag to be thrown this weekend. Coda is pretty forgiving. I didn't expect anyone to make any major mistakes. Didn't think anyone would hit a wall or anything. And we are track clear, and I think we're back to green flag running already. So we got 35 minutes left to go in this session right now. This is again, you're listening to Racing Statistics channel. Just had a red flag to clear debris off track. This is Grash with you, your harbinger red flags. Right now, Hamilton's top of the board with 134.857. We've seen all hard tires except for one moment where Aston Martin decided to scrub a pair of medium tires at the beginning of the session. So why does the timer stop at quali red flag and not an FP in free practice? It's timing. Basically, it's practice. Practice has to finish within. So the FIA and F1 schedule their weekends to a dot. It is rare to see like they may have to delay something because of a crash happened in F2, for example. But it's very uncommon for them to change time or to be late. I mean, they're extremely punchable on time. Like I think Sainz got to where he needed to be for the national anthem like 15 or 30 seconds within 15 or 30 seconds after he should have been there, and they fined him for it. So yeah, it's one of those. They are extremely punctual in terms of their time, in terms of how they operate. So ultimately, um, for practice, it needs to end at that time. Now, quali can let run long, and we saw that happen in Baku, of all places, again, where we had 6 red flags. Yes, that is correct. We had 6 red flags: three in F in Q1, one in Q2, and two in Q3. So go figure. That ended up being a 2-hour qualification session. For later this afternoon for sprint quali, that should be done in about 45 minutes tops. It's going to be a fun time. So, we've got Beerman is the first one on looks like a flying lap right now. So it's going to be about a minute or so before we start getting some times, speeds. Again, everyone's out on hard tires. They put Hamilton back. He's still in the pit. Let's see. Use. Yeah, everyone's on used tires. They haven't bothered to change up tires since the red flag. Again, right now, Hamilton is top of the board, 135.857. He's not on track right now, but Max is. He's P2. Russell's on track. Tsunoda's on track. Norris is on track. Sainz is not on track. Lawson is on track. Leclerc, Hulkenberg not on track. And Antonelli is on track. Those are a top 10 at the moment. Oscar right now, P16. Behrman just moved up to 10, dropping Antonelli to 11th. Behrman is a 131, which is 1.2 behind, almost 1.3 behind Hamilton's time. So our heart's not good in the heat. Well, heat doesn't help any tire. So the problem is, see, string of numbers in YouTube chat. The issue is that the hards are C1, the medium is C3, and the soft is C4. So there's a big jump between a perform. There's going to be a big jump between performance between the hards and the mediums. Again, they're calling it the Texas two-step in this case. That's how Ruth on F1 TV referred to it as before I came on. So most of the drivers are out. The only ones who are not in the pit on track right now is Sainz, Leclerc, and Colapino. right now. Okay, good. There was a moment. If your stream is acting weird, refresh. And get that in chat for you guys. Who knows if you can hear me? Is it a rule for drivers to practice only on hards? No, it's just I don't think they're going to use the hards during the race. So they're getting their data right now on the hard tires. And they can use any tire they want. Again, you did miss Aston Martin scrubbing a medium set of tires beginning of the session. The only time they're going to get a chance to do that. Okay. Okay, what you guys are saying in chat in a moment. Right now, Sainz, Behrman, and Colpino are the only ones. Sorry, Colpino is coming out of the pit, so only Behrman and Sainz are in the pits right now. Ocon did a new best lap, 136.229, and Colpino did 137.10. That's P14, P19, respectively. P1 through P20 is only 2.7 seconds, or under 2 seconds through P18, and under 1 second through Norris P5. So big spread right now, and we just added Oscar to that mix, P4. 135.647. He's 7.79 behind Hamilton's time. Now at the moment, not much has happened except for Lance Stroll going over curb and losing a piece of the back of his car. That brought out the red flag, but that was a quick red flag, and we were back on track. That was about 10 minutes ago. We're welcome to help answer your questions. Again, if you're new to F1, welcome. If you have a question, at me, Grashariza, in chat, and that will highlight my name and easier to see what you might be asking. Put that in chat for you guys. Oh, Alcon just went off track. He is still moving through gravel. Oh, that's a lot of bouncing. Oh, that's gonna rub up the bottom of his car. So Ocon just went off track. Probably has done damage to the underside. Mario Andretti is at track today. Again, he is on the board of the new Cadillac team. Again, that is effectively his son's organization, but not in name anymore. The Andretti's basically sold their team to their business partners, and they've been stepping up in terms of their exposure. Not seeing anyone pushing their cars at this moment, so we're definitely seeing a different style of programs out on track right now. Oh, I just saw the Red Bull, the Racing Bull car for the first time on F1 TV. It's garish. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it's just I don't know what to tell you. I don't like it. I mean, if I don't know, it's not as bad as the screenshots. It's still garish. Still weirdly orange. Yeah, it's weirdly orange, and that's don't associate that color with the team. So yeah, I don't know what to tell you. Um, go figure. Again, Ruth is by Akon's garage. He's the one who then just went through the gravel, and they're checking the car for any damage. Easy for the easy to rip up that underfloor when you go through the gravel like that. A lot of people like the V carb. I mean, the V carb has pop country vibes to it, and I don't like pop country because it's not very good. Because it's more, I think it's sellout, to be quite honest, but that's just me. And there's other reasons why. So I'm not really enthralled with the V carb livery, and I can see why people like it. When you think of the Williams livery is kind of just boring. It's clean. Like that's the thing. It's not bad. It's just very clean, and it doesn't feel special. It feels like Antonelli's lap got who was in front of him? Albin was in front of him at that point, doing a replay with Antonelli getting yeah. It's weird. Someone has a Lewis Hamilton sign, but Lewis is still in his Mercedes in that sign. That's very weird. We'll move on from that. Guys, what do you think of Horner to Ferrari? It's not going to happen. It was rumored, it was talked about, it was banned, but ultimately, Ferrari's not going to give Horner the power and control that he needs, and he'd be tossed out just as fast as every other team manager. Ultimately, Horner, the most interesting rumor with Horner is that might go to a new team, bring in a new team, which would be, that's what he did with Red Bull, effectively. Bought out, the assets and then had to build it up to what it was with Vettel and Max. The thing asking if they'll eat barbecue this weekend. Vector says they, of course. Why are you even asking me that? I don't know. I might pick up barbecue tonight. I don't know. A lot of good places around me. I'm north. See, Austin has some of the best barbecue in Texas, and then Texas has their own particular style of barbecue. Some of the best places are in Austin, but I got some good places up north. I'm north of Texas. I mean, sorry, north of Dallas. I'm between Dallas and the somewhere between Dallas and the Oklahoma state line, and some very good barbecue places on I-35 or just off of I-35, I should say. We got about 20 minutes left, about 20 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in this session right now. It's been pretty quiet in terms of wacky stuff. I mean, the only two things of note so far was Stroll losing a piece of his car, and that brought out the red flag to get rid of the debris. And then Ocon going off track. And I think it went off track around 11, about turn 11. through the gravel, and his car is now being looked at. Actually, I'd say that take that back. He's now on an outlap now, so didn't do that much damage to the car. We've seen pretty much everyone use hard tires throughout this session. The only other tire we saw was a Aston Martin doing their let's scrub a tire routine. So they went out on mediums and did and by doing that they actually get a pit stop practice. So they've never been horrible at pit stops, but it's still a pit stop nevertheless. Right now, only Sonona, Sainz, Lawson, and Isaac are in the pits. Everyone else is on track. Again, this is our only session, so it's been on a regular basis. Track has been the track has been pretty full with drivers most of the session. Now's a great now's a great time to like, subscribe if you're on YouTube. If you're on Twitch, now's a great time to follow us. Again, if you follow us on Twitch and you have your notifications set up, you'll get those notifications like I did just earlier today before the session. Again, those of you, if you hit the bell on YouTube, you will then like and subscribe and then hit the bell. You'll get notifications when we're live. Also, if you follow, and we're getting a replay of Oscar going wide. I think he went a little wider than he expected. LCS asking, how do you rate Austin from 1 to 10? It's up there. It's like 8, 9, 10. Always good racing at Austin. Always good racing. And this track was built to be like the best of F1 tracks. So we got long straights, we got curves, we've got, and they were, historically, the track was built literally like at a bar, like a couple people at a bar with a napkin saying, "Hey, this would be cool, that would be cool," and literally the design of the track came out from a napkin saying, "Hey, we like this piece, we like that piece." And it's been the home of F1 here in the United States. Yeah, so basically the track was designed to be the home of F1 in the United States when F1 wasn't a thing at all in the United States at all. Puck is asking, why did the American GP have different time schedule like the sprint and sprint quali? Not why I have to. Okay, so it's not that the American GP. It's just this weekend was designated to have a sprint weekend. Has not always been a sprint weekend here in Austin. So it's not that it's random. It's just here at this particular race we're having a sprint weekend, and therefore our weekend is different. Whereas, and that's the purpose of the sprint weekend is to break up. It's basically to spice up our have weekends that are different from every. It would be monotonous if it was every race was a FP1, FP2, FP3 quali race. The goal of the sprint is to break that up, to add a little spice, add a little variety, to the start, to our race weekends. 15 minutes left to go in this session. Again, you're listening to our coverage of Free Practice 1. This is Grash with the Free Practice 1 for the American Grand Prix in Austin, Texas. Again, if you are hearing me, I am fully awake because I'm in the same time zone. It is 1:16 p.m. On track and where I live. So, hooray. So what actually happens during the sprint weekend? So how's it different from the casual FP? We only have one. This is the only practice this weekend. And then normally where we'd have FP2, we're going to have our sprint quali. Where we would have FP3, we have a sprint race. Cars overnight will be in Parc Ferme. So like Saturday after qualifications, cars go into what's called Parc Ferme. Cars after a sprint quali do go into a Parc Ferme, and we'll say that until after the sprint race. After that, after the sprint race, cars will be they'll be out of Parc Ferme. They can make changes to the car, which they do, and then we'll have the sprint qualification, and then we'll go, and then they're back in Parc Ferme for the race next day. So it's true they were drunk when they designed Coda. I wouldn't say they were drunk, because it was more intentional design. Looks like apparently it's 7:16 p.m. in the UK. So you guys have a nice evening session. Oh man. I'm looking at the shirts that Racing Bulls have, and it's like leopard print / orange camo. Oh, it's horrible. Oh, I saw pictures of Liam and Isaac in them yesterday. At least Liam had a guitar and a freaking cowboy hat on, but this is sorry guys. I'm normally like all cool. Again, I'm like, what is going on? I'm normally like all cool about this, and it's just with wow, a lot of Hamilton fans here in Austin. But yeah, I'm I'll be honest with you guys. Not down with the what Racing School did this weekend. Aston Martin has their math livery. There's some equation on the wing, and I know it's part on the side of the car as well. It's just corny. I have to like it's just corny. I have to say. I mean, I for those that it's honoring, very cool, and it's legit. But it just I feel like yelling out nerds when I see that livery. And I'm just having again. I'm having. It's not like I don't hate it. It's not raging bloodlust rage from me. It's just what are we doing here? I'm getting more. It's more chuckles than it is anything else with these liveries. Yeah, some teams have lost the plot for the cold. The Racing Bulls, yeah, have lost the plot. But one weekend in Austin where they do that, that's fine. I think again right now we have cars in that back out that came in about 5 minutes ago. They were all in the garage for the most part to set up for this last round, this last program. So we've got Max coming out right now and Russell. So we're now seeing soft and medium tires being used. Sonoda's out, Lawson's out, Leclerc coming out, Anthony's out, Alonso coming out, Isaac is out, Albon is out, and Gasly's coming out. So we're seeing a mix of medium and soft tires being used right now. Red Bull both on softs. Russell on mediums. Isaac and Lawson are on mediums. Albon and Sainz still in the pits. Sainz still in the pits. Albon is on softs. Yeah, I don't see any team splitting their strategy here. Like Hamilton and Leclerc are both on mediums. Max and Tsunoda are on soft. So teams are picking to go both soft, both mediums, and they're not splitting it this weekend. The cars are going to be haunting crowd. Yeah, they're going to be haunting. I worst case scenario is one of my siblings is probably uh, going to buy me the Austin Racing Bull shirt for Christmas this year for me. No, the Rosenbunts aren't here. Those are actually legitimate people. We actually have a lot of Max Verstappen fans here in chat. We call them the Maxiteers. Yes. God. We got 8 minutes and 45 seconds left to go in this session. Again, this is Crash with you on Racing 66 channel. Live on YouTube, live on Twitch, probably elsewhere, but I'm not sure where else we're live at the moment. Russell just did a new flying lap, top of the board with a 134.675. It's 182 faster than Hamilton. Had sector 2. So the sector times are dropping. Max is fastest first. Soda fastest second. Lost into P2, 134, 12 thousandths behind Russell. So we're going to see some flying times. Alonso just took the fastest first sector from Max. Plus into the fastest third sector. Verstappen is the fastest sector right now. Tsunoda at the top of the board, 134.531. See how Max does. He's starting sector 3. See right now. Antonelli's pushing. Alonso's pushing. Alonso's going to take second sector from Max. Alonso's about to do a massive. He's on track for a purple lap. So again, right now, Yuki at top of the board, 134 points. From Max going to the top of the board, yeah, 133.648. He's 8.83. My God. Wow. 8/10, almost 9/10 faster than his teammate on the soft tires. Gasly, 1 point soft tire to P5. We'll see what Alonso does. He's about to finish his lap. Oscar just took fastest second sector. Alonso to the top of the board, 9 thousandths faster than Max. Wow, P1, P2 stood right by 0.009. Hamilton P3, 326, but he's on a medium tire though. So he could have gone faster. Oh yeah, that sprint quality is going to be crazy fast. We're looking at the 133s right now. Middle of the 133s right now. Oscar's going to go to P3. 133.585, 2.19 behind Alonso. So Alonso right now top of the board. Right now, Isaac's doing well. He's going to jump to P8, 1.3 behind Alonso. Well, Stroll, Colapino look improving. Stroll goes to P6, 0.971 behind. Next to finish is going to be Warlow. He's going to go P5, 0.8839. These are on soft tires. Colapino is going to be the next to finish a lap. He goes to P12, 1.5 behind Alonso's time. BM into P5, 134.333, 0.694 behind Alonso. We got 5 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in this session right now. Here comes Hulkenberg. Hulkenberg goes to P3, 2.14 behind Alonso. Had some subsectors that were purple. Lost time at the very end. So that last turn 20 could have been cleaner. feel like only fools doubt Norris. I doubt Norris. I don't think Norris is going to win the Drivers' Championship. It's either going to be Oscar or it's going to be Max, but not Norris. Norris right now currently cooking. He's P15, fastest second sector. 2/10 off right now. Alcott just moved up to P7, 7.729. Here comes Oscar. Norris to the top of the board. Fastest second is third sector, 133.294. He's 3.45 faster than Alonso's fastest best time. So times just keep tumbling. So this is interesting that we see at the moment. We got 4 minutes left to go. Right now, Albon has started a flying lap. He's improved in sector 1. It looks like marginally in sector 1. He's improving more in sector 2. Track evolution. So basically, what that means is that as the weekend goes on, more rubber gets put down on the track, and particularly right now, we're seeing a lot of track evolution. Basically, each lap that gets done, basically, there's more rubber laid onto the track. So what that means, as the session goes on, as drivers go after each other, the track gets faster and faster. We're definitely seeing track evolution right now in this session. Would most likely see this happen tomorrow during. So it will see. We'll definitely see this in quali, the sprint quali. What's interesting is that there's potential for rain. If it rains at all, it means that we're basically resetting the track. All that rubber that gets laid down gets washed off the track. Looking right now. Why doesn't Aston do this in quality in the race? Uh, I don't know what to tell you. It's about being consistent. Crazy to think Max could win the championship before Norris. No, because the reason I think we've seen Max go on a string of wins. We've seen him win 10 in a row. And Singapore is the only track he's not won at. Let's be clear. Singapore is the only track he's not won at. I mean, the best he's ever done has been P2, which he did 2 weeks ago. Norris 4 wheels off, and the time don't really get deleted here in practice. It'll get noted, but it's not that time doesn't really get removed from the board. We're under 2 minutes to go. 1 minute, actually, we're at 1 minute, 90 seconds left to go in this session. So sprint qualifying will be about 3 hours from now. So that'd be 4 o'clock, 4:30 Central Time. That's 16:30 in 24-hour time. I don't have to do any math calculations. I'm in the time zone. Under a minute go right now. Ooh, was that Max or was it Yuki? One of the Red Bulls lost control. Didn't lose control of the car. Kept it straight. Kept it moving forward. But that was a not lap ruined on that. For those for those of you on YouTube, you'll be breaking to the the sprint quali live stream. After that, yeah, Max said they has the box. Just the car just bottomed out. Way too aggressive. So they're telling Max to stay out for the checkered flag. So you can do a um, practice start at least. So time has expired. First, the one to take the flag was Gasly. So Max will stay out apparently, and then he'll go do a practice start. I want to thank you all who are here at any given time. For those of you who are on Twitch, just stay on the page, and it will come back up after. Hulkenberg right now. Stay with this a little bit longer. Got Hulkenberg cooking it after the clock on a last second flying lap. And here he comes to turn 19 right now. He's going to come to the line on stream. He's going to go P2. 255. 133. Carlo would be 12th, Tsunoda 13th, Stroll 14th, Lawson 15th. And then Colby and Gasly, and then Antonelli, Sainz, and Leclerc. Leclerc apparently had a gearbox issue that kept him back from getting back onto track. Sainz would be our lowest in terms of laps, only did 9, so we'll have to take a look at what happened with his car earlier on as well. Again, for everyone here at the Race Statistics channel, thank you for being here. We will be back in we'll be back in about two hours playing music, and then maybe 2 and 15 minutes. And then I'll be back just before Q1 starts, give you all the information if anyone was a bad boy and whatnot. Again, for everyone at the Racing Statistics channel, this is Crash. Take care. We'll see you for sprint quali.
Thank you.